So to begin, we're going to make, I'm just going to put this here, a loop. And how I do this loop is I wrap the yarn over my fingers and I create a circle. And with the working yarn, I insert the circle and insert my hook through the circle. And here we have a loop. So this yarn is going to remain loose. This yarn remains from behind, and we're going to chain 12 stitches. So to chain with the yarn over, and with my hook, I'm going to gently pull it through the loop, and now I have one chain. So this V, it's like a shape of a V. This counts as one. So this will be number 2. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now I have 12 chains from my hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I got more here. Hold on. This here doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Okay. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do from rows. So this is our foundation, and we're going to, in each loop, insert our hook to create a single crochet. And to create a single crochet, what we will do is we're not going to put our hook through this stitch, we're going to put our hook through this stitch. So we just, again, I slide the hook and I pass it through that loop, and the yarn is yarn over, and then I pull it through. I have 2 loops on my yarn. Now, do you see how this is loose here? This is loose because our tension is loose. So if I actually pull it a little bit tight, you'll see that it pulls the yarn tighter. So we'll do this again. Okay, so we'll put through and yarn over and pass it through. Okay, so I insert my hook. So you really want to make sure that you hold this chain nice and even, and you take your hook and you pass it. It is a feeling game, so see how I'm feeling with my fingers, and I'm going to pass the hook through the loop and yarn over, and now I have my second loop, second chain. And you can see here there's a V and a V, so these are 2. And we'll just go through each loop across. So we should have 11 stitches. Not 12 because the stitch on the yarn doesn't count. On the hook, sorry. The stitch on the hook doesn't count. So what you'll see is we have the form of a rectangle. So this is our first row of single crochet, and when you look at it from the top, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 chains or 11 stitches going across. So now what we're going to do is chain one. This doesn't count as a stitch. We're going to turn our work over. So now we have the wrong side of our work facing us. And we're going to, again, I'm just gonna gently pull this so it's a little bit more snug to the hook, and I'm going to keep it closer to the hook. And I'm going to pass from front to back and grab the yarn, and then the yarn over, pull through 2 loops. This gets a little knotty. So we have to be patient with the yarn because the yarn kind of has a mind of its own. Oh, we did a little bit of a, let's see here, I'm not sure what's going on. We have a knot, so I'm just gonna fish it through. It's just easier this way. Oops. Okay. So pass it through. And so you just want, again, it's a feeling game. So you feel for the chain, the stitch, and you'll see. So we're going to insert it here. We're not going down here. This is the row that we're working from at the top. We're going to insert our hook, and I'm just holding the hook lightly. I'm going to insert it, and this yarn is on the top. Pass it through the hook. So now I have 2 loops on this chain. I'm going to yarn over so it is back to front and pass it through. Then I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to turn it around, and see how nice, you're starting to see the stitches forming. We're on our 3rd row, so yes, this is the chain that we started with, which was row 1. This is row 2 of single crochet, and this is row 3. And if we were to count, you would see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So again, I'm going to single crochet here, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. And you start to see that you have a rectangle forming. Again, we're going to chain 1, turn our work around. Now don't worry about these, the tension was a little bit loose here. I'm not worried about it because no one's gonna see it. It's on the inside, it'll be on the inside of the animal. But this just means that the tension was a little bit loose. We won't worry about that. We're not gonna stress about it. But it will be important to hold your yarn. As you work your yarn, you'll get comfortable with how to hold the yarn, how it feels, not too tight, not too loose. Same with your hook. Okay, so I didn't pull it through too, so here it's gonna be really important. I know this is a chunky yarn, but you wanna pull it through both the V, the stitch, because the stitch compromises of two little arms that create a V. So I'm gonna pull it through. So I don't know if you can see it from up top, but it might be easier to see. So as you crochet too, it'll just depend on how, you know, it's all a feeling, right? And there's no right or wrong in the sense of you're making progress. It takes practice. And the more you practice, the better you get at it. Okay, so here we go. So now we've got, so this is row 2, 3, 4, 5. And we have 4 more rows to crochet. So again, I'm just holding the crochet hook lightly so I can slide it. And as I want to insert, I will slide it down and into from front to back. Okay, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So insert, okay, yarn 2 loops, yarn over and pull through. This is a single crochet. This is a beautiful stitch because you can create so many things with this stitch, and especially in this chunky yarn, we can make a really nice blanket or a headband or a purse or cute little plushies. Pretty much with a single crochet, you can build anything with it. It's a great foundation stitch, a basic stitch. Okay, there we go. So again, we just continue all the way across without skipping any stitches. We just hit every stitch. And again, it's a feeling game. I just want to make sure I grabbed. And there we go, there we have it. So now we're going to chain 1, turn over our work. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so 2 more rows. Chain 1, turn our work around. So you can see as I'm progressing, my tension is much, much better. So where I started, it was very loose, and that's okay, because if you're a beginner and you're starting, it's okay. It does happen too with these chunky yarns. You know, when you start, you're getting into the rhythm of creating the stitches. So your tension will vary, and as you get comfortable holding the yarn, holding your hook, you'll find that your tension will improve. So again, let me just take a look and see where we're at. So we're like, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're gonna do one more row. So again, we're gonna take our hook and we're going to put it into the first loop, insert it, and then yarn over, and we have our single crochet. So insert, and you can see how I'm grabbing the yarn, and then yarn over, all right. Okay, so here we have our rectangle. So this is going to be the right side. This is the wrong side. So what we're going to do is we want to join our sides together, and we're going to pass our hook. Actually, yeah, we'll pass our hook. We could do it with our hook or we could do it with our fingers, but I'll do it with our hook. So let's see here. So I'm going to, so this is actually a slip stitch. So here I'm taking, again, the yarn is from behind. I pass it through the hook and the 2 loops, and there we have. Okay, so I'm going to just put it through. Actually, in this situation, we just want to grab one loop from one side and the loop from the other chain from the other side, and we pull through all 3 loops on the yarn, and this is how we have our slip stitch. So again, I'm going to grab and you can see we have the chain forming. So I have one loop, and I'm gonna grab it through this loop and pull through. And if you have to use your fingers, that's okay. Okay, so again, it's a feeling game, just feeling for that one loop. I pass the yarn through the hook, through that loop, and now this loop. Okay, so I passed it through three loops. So here I'm taking this hook and I'm inserting it through one chain and through the second chain. So I have 1, 2, 3, and then with my yarn over, I'm going to pull through this one, pull through this one, and pull through this one, and I've joined, see I've created a chain stitch. These are slip stitch. And we're going to do this again. And if you prefer to use a sewing needle, you can. The only thing I find with this yarn is with a sewing needle, because of the fluffy yarn, it does start to, the fuzziness will come off and you'll be left with the string. It gets very challenging to pass it through. So that's why I find using the hook is much easier, or we can use our fingers, whatever works for you. Okay, so here we go. And this loop is a little loose, so I'm just gonna pass it through the 2 there, just because it's a little bit loose. Hold on. So it doesn't create a hole. Sometimes we just have to like go with it. Okay, and then I'm just going to finish this off. So now we have a tube. Okay, so what I will do here is I'm going to leave enough so that I can, insert it through here. So I want to leave a long tail. And from here, we're going to pull the yarn through the loop that we just finished. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is, do you see these loops? Okay, so this was where we started. Okay, and this is where we finished. I'm going to take the long yarn. I'm going to insert it into just the one. Okay, so this is a chain, but I just want to insert it into the one. So we're going to go from the inside here, the inside. Okay, so on each stitch, so there should be 12. So this is 3. Okay, and as I pull it, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, we'll have less than 12 because we sewed the 2 edges together. So as long as you get it through all the loops, you're good. Okay, so let's just separate these 2 so we're smooth. Now what I'm going to do is, see how I'm cinching it? And it's just cinching in like a belt. And now I just close that hole up and we have no hole, no opening. We just completed the opening. Now to secure this so that it doesn't come undone and it stays tight, we're just going to tie a knot. And there we go. We're not going to trim this. We're just going to leave it inside. It's perfect. I'm going to now turn it inside out because this is the right side of our pattern. And now we have the bottom. So you can see how we just did we mocked up a round circle just by cinching in the rectangle. So we're going to do the same up here. We probably could use this yarn, which I'm going to, so I'm not gonna cut it close, just enough to cinch it. But this is, so again, I'm just gonna take one of the loops, okay? And I'm going to leave it halfway like this. But before we actually cinch this, we need to add some stuffing. So as you can see, here's the body starting to form.